Trip over that.
All right. This is Crystal, the Foxy Colorist, coming to you live from the Fox's Den. And tonight it is all about eyes and lips and eyes. I say eyes and lips
Mm.
and eyes. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let me make sure that everything is on. There's a delay, so I need to make sure that I can see myself, or we can see ourselves in the screen. I have an awesome panel tonight, as always. I'm just so happy when people want to hang out in the den. Yes. Okay. Now I see someone has a blue screen.
That would be me, and I don't know why.
Okay, so just drop and come back.
Okay.
Yep, drop and come back. So Deb is going to drop and come back. And while she is doing that, what we are going to do tonight is each person is going to have a tutorial. They were asked to select a color for their eyes and lips during the week. And now they are going to show us how they color their lips and eyes. Now, I have an empty or a blank sheet. Oh, that ain't it. That is not it. I have another one of these that's blank. But as they are describing how they color their lips and eyes, we are going to do it right along with them. All right. Now I have an eye and lip. It's a free printout on my Ko-fi account. So in my description box, you can locate that. Just so you can have this sheet for later. So we are waiting for Deb to come back. But as we wait for Deb to come back, who do we have on the line besides Deb? Who do we have? Who's up here with me other than Deb? Anybody?
I'll go. This is Stephanie Herbert, and I am here tonight. Looking forward to the tutorial. A nice way to unwind after a long day of work. So that's me.
All right, okay. I hear somebody. I hear breaking up. Hey, Linda. Linda, how's the sound? Let's see. Linda's in the chat. We want to make sure that sound sounds good before we go. So Stephanie introduced herself. So
Well, I'll
Ebony,
go next.
please.
I'm Ebony, and I'm excited to color our lips and eyes today. And I am excited to see how other people do theirs so we can learn some new tricks.
Yes, yes. All right, we are looking good. And who else do we have?
I have Deborah the nurse who does not curse.
Okay. All right. So Steph, drop and come back. Drop and come back before we get started. Let's drop and come right back. Because look, ain't nobody getting out of this tutorial. My son said so. No, do sign language. Hello, just do sign language, okay? Now, okay. So while we're waiting for Steph to drop and come back, um, Deb, what pencils are you using? What brand of pencils are you using tonight?
Well, I am using my father's soft pastels. So
Ooh,
it's in French. I have no idea how to say it. CONT apostrophe A Paris.
not
So
Paris,
I have
not
no
Paris,
idea, but
girl.
they
Okay.
are old. They might be as old as me.
Wow. Okay, so let's let Stephanie back in. All right, Steph. 1 2 1 2. My mic
One,
sound.
two, 1 2.
All
All
right,
right.
your mic sounds
Yay!
nice. Yep, there we go. There we go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get to the jar lotto. The jar lotto. I got my little wee. I love this yogurt, y'all. It's so good, and then it comes with this great little water container that they didn't know I use it like that. But we're gonna go ahead and see whose name. I'm closing my eyes. This is for the $1 million.
Woo!
Woo!
Yes. And who is going first? Steph is on deck first. Yes.
Ah,
All right.
all righty.
Okay.
Shall I just begin?
Well, okay, so I'm gonna get my sheet. Tell us what pencils do we need to get out so that we can color along with you?
Well, actually, I am using markers and pencils. Um, and I actually have colors called green gray.
So we need
And
green.
for my pencils, green gray is going to be my lips and eyes.
Okay.
I'm going to do blending with my Prismacolor, and it's 1096, so it's actually a Kelly green.
Ooh.
And yeah, that will be all that I'm using tonight.
Okay, so that was three. I heard green gray. Is
Mm-hmm.
that the marker? I heard you say marker, and then I heard you say Kelly green.
Kelly green pencil. And I also am using a soft cool gray I like to use with the eyes. And that is a marker as well.
Okay. All right, cool beans. I think
Can I also throw in that if you don't have what she has, use what you have.
Yes.
oh yeah, because I pull gray and then I pull green. How about that? That's green gray. It's gonna be in a minute. So yes. Okay.
Hmm.
All right, we ready? We ready.
Oh, all righty. So I am going to begin with my lips.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're gonna begin with the lips. Let me put my lips in focus.
And I go in with the light color first.
Which light color? Green or gray?
So it's actually the marker is green gray. It's a combination. Both of them are a combination green gray.
Ooh, awesome. Okay.
Okay.
So this is what it looks like.
Oh, that's pretty.
Okay, you basing it. I said, okay.
So you're filling it in. Is this your deepest color?
This is my mid-tone.
Mid-tone. Okay.
Yep.
So,
So I
okay.
have been using pretty much the same process for my lips.
Okay.
I go in with my mid-tone
Mm-hmm.
first,
All right.
and then
Okay, so let me just hold for a second. Okay, so for anyone who's like, well, mid-tone, what y'all talking about? I don't know what no mid-tone is. Okay, so a mid-tone, let's say if you have three colors within the same shade, all right?
mhm.
Your mid-tone is your color in the middle, in case, just FYI, because I know I didn't know what that was. So I just wanted to do that. So yes, go ahead, continue.
All righty, and then I'm gonna go in with my darker green gray, and I'm gonna go just on the outer corners of the lips. And this is not the lip line, this is just the outer of the lips, and you want to just kind of go a little further than the lip line.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
and that's with a marker.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
always
using
marker. Okay.
yep, right now all marker. And so when you do the bottom lip, you're gonna just kind of go in a little bit deeper. Ah, I'm going outside the lines tonight.
Border.
And that's fine.
A border.
It's
It's a
going
border.
to be it's going to be fine.
Border.
I'm going to my so once I do that, this is my first coat, and then I'm gonna go back in with my same first marker, the lighter version,
Mhm.
and I'm just gonna go back over it while it's still wet. And I will do the same with my darker color.
Okay, so you laid down the light on the lips, then you got a darker marker and went you outlined it with the like the lip.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing.
Yes.
Okay. Get a darker marker.
Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and while that's setting, I'm going to do the eyes and I am going to use my same colors on the eyes. So I'm going in with my
Hold,
lightest
please
green
hold.
gray.
Hold, please hold. Hold, please hold. Okay. So I want to make sure that I'm with you. So I'm just outlining the darker part of my lips, of the lips. Okay, so okay, so and you went around the total outside, girl. I was about to hit the inside, hit the quan. I was about to hit the quan wrong. Okay, so on the outside. Okay, so it's lighter in the middle, and all of this is, and I'm using an alcohol marker.
Yep.
Okay, okay, so light.
And
So if everybody caught up, because I was behind, girl.
Nope.
Okay, so yeah, yes, Steph, some of us be coloring slow. We be coloring slow, low, low. Okay. Okay, so as we catch up with you, how can we prepare in advance for your eyes? Can you like explain before we start as we ooh, I'm going
so
outside the
for
light.
my eyes, I'm using the first marker, which is my mid-tone.
Hmm.
And I'm only going to use that one marker
Okay.
to capture the lightness of the eye. And then I go in with a gray. I'm going to just put a gray marker on um next to the iris to kind of show the shadow of the eye.
Okay.
So I go in with that. And this is like a real, real light gray. And I put it on both sides.
Okay. So I
And
think
it kind
is everyone caught up? Is everybody caught up? Everybody ready for the eye?
Yes, I
Okay,
think
awesome.
Mhm.
so. I mm.
All right. So she went over the with the light.
You're going over the lash line.
no, on the actual eyeball with the
Oh,
gray.
okay.
Uh-huh, with the cool gray. Very soft, very light gray, but it actually mimics like a shadow on the real eye.
Okay, so we
Okay.
went around just okay, let me look. Girl. All right, so we went
Oh.
around the whole part right
Mhm.
here.
Mhm. Mhm.
I think. Let's see. I don't.
Yeah, so I can go over that again. So I'm just going lightly next to the iris on the white part of the eye at the top, like right underneath the lash line, but on the eyeball. So I would normally just do that once, but I did it 3 times, so it made it a little darker than normal.
It looked like you hitting the eyelash. Are you hitting the eyelash?
No,
Yeah, I
right, right
did.
on the eyeball.
Okay, you know what? I don't know who's who. Okay, there I go. Okay. Let me see.
Mhm.
Go back. I'm like, okay, no, that's Ebony. That's not stuff. Okay. My
Okay,
old lady
so
keep it.
now for my lip, I'm doing an ombre tonight.
Oh, so
So
yeah, not an ombre, y'all. It's
Oh,
on
Suki,
and popping.
Suki.
Okay, let me pay
yep.
attention.
So as you can see, I could go with just this lip and add my little shine to it, but instead I'm gonna go now with my pencil and I'm gonna deepen that just a little. So I'm just going over the top lip. And I actually just realized I should have gone in with my second color first. So it would have been darker, but we're going to make this work.
And we're gonna make it do what it do. Okay.
Yep. Let me see if I have a darker pencil to make it more ombre. If not, I think that'll work. So yeah, had I gone
Well,
in with
I'll
my
be.
should have gone in with my darker marker before I put my colored pencil down. But we're
Okay.
gonna let this be ombre tonight.
Can we pause for questions, Steph?
Sure.
Okay, hold. I'm trying to find my oh, there it is, a cool gray. Um, okay, so let's go back to the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for the eye right now, I have like my lightest marker around like
Mm-hmm.
the eye. Now, did you go
Uh-huh.
in with something else other than the light marker?
So the light marker, I used the cool gray to go in the white of her eyes, right below the lash line on both sides of the iris. And I also will go in with my black Posca just on the outer edges, um, outlining the black of the, the round the eye.
I was just trying to see where we were, because I thought you, because I put down the light marker, but I thought maybe you had put down a dark marker, but maybe you did. It was
No,
just me.
no, just on the eyes. I only use one marker. I used
Okay,
the mid tone, which was the first marker I used on the lips.
okay, all right. I thought I was behind. I'm not. Yay!
No,
Anybody else
you're
have a question?
Well, Linda B said, Stephanie, it's all about the base. No trouble. So I just figured I'd throw that out there.
Yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
hey.
Mhm.
Okay, I
And,
think we're is everyone good? It was just me. I thought it was me, and it was. Okay.
and
Mm-mm.
so now I'm just doing. I have a black fine tip um, acrylic marker, but it's a fine tip. It's a Posca, and
Hmm.
I just went around the outline of the eyeball. I'm sorry, the outline of the iris to make it a little bit darker. And that was this area right here.
Oh.
Now, as much as I live at the doctor, I don't know why I'm like, okay, the iris. Where is that? Really? Really, God? All of a sudden, all my education done fell out my head. I hate when that happens. Okay.
Okay.
The colored part of the eye.
Okay.
Yes. So I went around just the edges, the outline of
Ooh.
that with a black,
Okay.
kind of make it pop a
Mm.
little bit.
I might know how
And
to do some faces by the time we finish.
I'm telling you,
hey,
step by step is the bomb. Okay, so let me color in
That's cool.
this iris. I mean, this ain't even an iris. I don't know what pupil. It's a pupil. Yes.
The the the
Oh, Lord.
pupil is the black part.
Yeah,
the
okay.
dark part. Yeah.
Like, ooh, y'all, I was learning how to do a whole bunch of stuff today. So all the information I already had in my head fell out. So please forgive.
Mhm. And so for her lip liner, I'm just going to go back in with my darkest marker and just go right over the lip line. And I know I'm jumping back and forth.
Oh, but that's what you gotta do.
So same darkest marker, and I just went around the lips doing a lip line.
Well, before you only did the top lip, you didn't go back into the bottom lip yet?
No, because
Okay.
it's supposed to be an ombre, so it
Okay.
really should be darker. But
Okay.
because I already laid pencil on top of the marker, if I lay marker on top of the pencil, it's not gonna come out right.
Okay.
So
I
I'm
was
gonna
just
leave it.
checking.
Yep. But the
Oh,
idea for an ombre is the top lip should be darker than the bottom lip.
Ah,
ooh,
And
I
I
kind of
love
a
it.
see.
Yeah,
different
I
color.
was about to ask that. Okay. The top
Mm-hmm.
lip should be darker than the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Let me
Let's see
see.
if I can make that happen after I hook up this iris. All right, the top lip should be darker than the hmm. Okay, so
Yeah, just for the ombre. Now I could have left it the way it was and it just would have been a,
that's not great.
you know.
I like it. I like it. All right, let me hook it up though.
Let me see. I might have found a colored pencil that will take it a little bit darker.
Girl, make it black.
So I'm gonna try
Hmm.
to make it a little bit darker. With these Prismacolors, I have to use a old-fashioned pencil sharpener because,
they're too soft.
yep, they will eat it right up.
Don't break on it. Okay.
So that's taking it down a little bit.
Let me see.
And I'm using this second color is an olive green. But the goal is just to make it a little bit darker because again, I neglected to do my second coat first before I put the pencil down. So I'm trying to correct that. And I'm gonna leave it just like that.
Okay. All
All
right.
right.
Let's look on that. What is that? Let me fix that. I like it. I like it.
And let's see, I do need to blend that down just a little bit.
Now, what are you blend? Okay, I heard a nub or something.
Yes, I'm sharpening erasing the color off my blending nub. So I'm just gonna blend this because again I put a darker marker on, I'm sorry, darker pencil on top of a lighter pencil and I'm just kind of blending it.
Okay. This is so deceitful. That is so deceptive. It looks like I hate that when something looks like it's gonna be gray and it's not. It's like yike, 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 yike. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay. Yes, here we go. Cold. Okay. All right. Let's definitely trying to get that ombre darker.
Mhm.
Up.
And so the last step before I go in with a with my little um my make the lips pop, my
Your
what?
white pencil, white pen, white something.
Yes, I can't even talk tonight. I'm gonna take a just a darker marker. I'm using chocolate, and I'm just going over the um, top lip from the bottom lip to kind of make a separation. And so I just went, between the top lip and the bottom lip, right here.
Okay, and that really helps when the lips are close together. Okay.
Yes.
All right, awesome. I don't know why I got a different picture, but I'm talking about we all need to have the same picture, Jesus. Oh my God. Okay, I gotta find that one. Okay.
So, lastly, to make your lip look glossy or juicy, I'm going to add a white marker. You can use a Sharpie. You can use an acrylic marker. I'm sorry. Yeah, well, I do have some white acrylic Sharpies, but you can use an acrylic white for this. I just happen to be using a fine tip. Make sure it's working. And for this part, you just want to make sure, or, it's kind of, you can do this multiple ways, but I just kind of do two little matching circles on the top and the bottom.
Magic circle. Okay. We looking, we looking. Okay, okay, I see him. Okay, two on the top. On the bottom, I'm sitting here trying to see on the bottom. On the bottom.
Kind of like right underneath the top one. So I put it at the top here. And then on the bottom lip, like right underneath it.
Okay. So slowly take your picture and like bring it to the camera so I can look. So I can.
Okay.
Okay, okay, okay. I can see it better now. It's so funny because do you have to like put down coats? Like, cause sometimes I'll be like, well, that disappeared. Depending on what I use to
Um, yeah, I've had that to happen,
Okay.
which is why I like the Posca marker kind of,
Oh yes. Okay, I see.
yeah.
Good job.
And so with putting down those lines, you could actually go across the lip at the top. It depends on like the profile of the picture that the lips on the picture that you're doing. You
Hmm.
could actually go all the way across, and it just makes it more of a shine.
I think it's so weird that like I've seen it done so many different ways, but every time, it's popping. I love that.
Mhm.
Okay, so let me make sure my eye. Okay, so I have gray on my eyes. I'm still coloring my lips. Yup. I like it. I like it. All right.
Me too.
Okay, so look, we're still trying to catch up. Well, I am anyway. So let me not let me stop speaking for everybody. All right. Okay, and let
Mhm.
me just make sure I'm clear. Now, with the eyes, there was
Mhm.
only one color marker with the eyes, and then you just outlined it with a dark pencil.
Yes, you can use a dark pencil. I used another fine tip acrylic marker,
Okay.
and I just went around the iris.
I love it. Some cat eyes. I like it. I like it. All right. Okay, I didn't
That
do
looks really good, you guys.
eyes.
It does.
And see, this takes the guess. You'll be like, okay, well, how'd they do that? Now we know. And if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And the last thing I did was I just went back over the smile to make sure the white of her teeth are showing. So I just used my same white marker for that
All right,
right
let's look.
here.
Go to the dentist. Okay.
Yep, she just got her teeth clean.
Come on, girl. Come on. Okay.
Looking good.
I like it. I like it. I would have never, I don't think I've ever used marker for, I've used pencils, I've used gel pencils, but I've never used marker. So that this is a first for me using a marker. I like that. I like it. I like it. Does anybody else use a marker in their process? Are we gonna find out in a minute, huh?
I
Okay.
do. I use marker in mine.
Awesome. Deb, what about you?
I do not. I'm not a really comfortable marker person with the face yet.
Okay. All right. Well, we gonna shake them up, shake them. Okay, I'm gonna stop. We're gonna stick our hand in here and grab these out. Our eyes are closed. Wait a minute. And who is next? Stephanie, great job. Great job.
Good job,
And that
Stephanie.
yeah, a great
Thank
eye.
you.
I just have to think. Okay. So you shouldn't throw the thing back in once you pull it back out because I pulled out Steph again, so I'm not gonna throw it back in there. All right, Ebony's on deck. Ebony's on deck.
Woohoo!
Yay.
Yes.
All right. So my color was purple. And so my lady here, we did her eyes. So we did actual makeup and then we did her actual iris or pupil, as well as doing a little bit of under eye, as well as doing an ombre lip. We did ours a little bit differently than Stephanie did hers. And then we did add the gloss on top as well. So I will show you how we did that. Before we do, so I'm going to start off with my markers. I'm actually using Uhuhu, and also this is Tombow. So I basically chose three
Ebony,
colors like
wait,
we were just,
wait.
yes.
We're on a delay, so you have to give them a
Oh,
minute for your picture to come up.
Okay, so
oh,
and
my picture's not up.
yeah, I was
Not
because
yet.
I'm looking at it too. I'm behind you.
Okay.
Okay, so what? Okay, you said purple. Like what kind? What purple should I pull? Like
Ooh,
as I go
she
and
is
pull them.
sharp.
Okay. So can you see my picture? Let me start over. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
now. Okay, my bad.
All right. So basically what we're going to color is going to be the top of the lid, the pupil or the iris, right underneath the eye, and then we'll do an ombre lip a little bit differently than Stephanie did it, and then we will add gloss on top of that. So starting with the markers, I'm gonna try to show them. So if it takes a second, I apologize. But I'm using Ohuhu as well as Tombow. Those are the three colors that I'm using in purple. So just like Stephanie, I'm gonna do three colors of the purple. We're gonna do a lighter shade, medium, and then the darkest shade.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you can choose any purples that work for you, but I have three that I'm basically going to be coloring and filling in. And so those are the purples there. And then with the colored pencils, I'm actually going in with a variety of colors. So we do have, actually, let me switch this. So I have four colors here. So I do have my deepest purple. And then I have one that's a little bit lighter than that. I have more of a maroonish color, and then I have a magenta pink. And that's all for the blending process. And I'm trying to show
Okay.
you my pencils, so just let me know if you can see them.
Okay, so it looks like we have the same Ohuhu markers. So hey
Yay.
Bobby Gold, how are you? Um, so I'm 271. Is that your purples
I
that you
have two. So Ohuhu, I have 2715 and 267.
Different than mine, but I chose the colors. Just so
Yeah. So I'm see if I can get in frame so you can see the numbers.
Well, I have none of those, so I'm going with three pencils.
I
Sounds good.
mm-hmm.
Isn't that
Same
amazing?
outcome.
All right, so we just so while you go, just stepped into the chat. Um, we're gonna take a look. Let me take a little intermission.
Go
What are
ahead.
we doing tonight? We are having such a great time at the Foxes. Then yes, we have Ebony, Stephanie, and Deb, and they are on this skin tone face tour, worldwide tour. We haven't left the state of Georgia yet, but we on a worldwide tour, and we are learning how to color the face, the lips, and the eyes. So tonight we are focusing on the eyes and lips, and each person was given an assignment in the beginning of the week to choose a color. So Stephanie just went and she did an awesome job. I still have to finish up mine, but she did like a green gray or a gray. And now it is Ebony's turn, and she is saying that her color is purple. So we're choosing our markers. So it's basically like a dark, a light, and a mid, right, for the purple, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So any markers you have, this as long as you have a dark purple, a mid-tone, and a light, okay? You're right.
Correct.
So
Or
Yes.
pencils or
yeah.
Or
crayons
colored
or whatever
Mhm.
pencils.
you have.
Yes.
Yes.
So even in your colored pencils, you would still have a dark color, a mid, and a lighter version, whatever that looks like for you.
Okay. So I
These are
have
just
the
the
mark.
ones I'm using to blend. And these are from Crayola.
Whoop whoop. Okay. Okay. So now the pencil. Let me what pencils do you have? And if you could, I mean, it may not mean anything, but like if somebody says like, a black, then I'll just go pull my whatever black. But if you say like, oh, this is a pinkish whatever, then for some of us it resonates in our mind what color you're actually talking about. So do they have
Understood.
yeah, do they have names?
So so I'll read, these are Crayola colored pencils. So the darkest color I have here is actually navy blue.
Ooh, okay.
And then the next color, it's called Orchid, is
Ooh,
this purple color.
okay.
It's the next to the darkest one. And then the third color I'm using is maroon. And the last color is magenta. And
Okay.
again, these are all Crayola colors.
So let me convert that, okay? I should have did this with you, Steph. Forgive. So if she says like the darkest color is blue, if you're a Prismacolor head, you might want to grab your indigo blue. That would kind of equate to a blue. And
Yeah.
then I heard you said an orchid. Orchid is like that lilac type color that Prismacolor has. I think it's like
It's
an amber somebody. That's the color for that.
Yeah, so it's a little bit, I think Prismas are a little bit lighter. This is a deeper purple.
Yeah.
So whatever that like warmer color is going to be, that's going to be your orchid color.
And then
Yeah.
Prisma actually has a magenta, so you can grab your magenta. And you said one other color.
So maroon and magenta are my last two colors.
Okay.
So
Maybe
I've selected my from Prismacolor Orchid and Parma Violet
yes, that's
Mm,
and then a violet that actually matches my markers, which are they are Ohuhu, but they are different
awesome.
okay.
ones.
So
Yeah.
let me plug somebody really quickly. Let me give them a plug, okay? So there are individuals that are out on Kofi who actually have charts for the low of zero, okay, that converts every pencil to another pencil. So if you have
Oh.
Crayolas, it'll convert it to what's the light color for like a Prisma or a Polychromos. So you don't have to like to do that art math. So I just wanted to just to say that as well. But I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna try. But go ahead, Ebony. It's your turn.
No, you're good. So those are the colors that I use for my colored pencils. And then just like Stephanie, I do not know who this pen is by, but it's just a white, I think a gel pen,
Okay.
to add the fine tuning points like on the eyes and the lips. So whatever that looks like for you. This one is a thin tip. I don't know how well you can see it, but it is a thinner tip. And that's what we're going to use to make the gloss. So
Jelly
if you
roll.
have all of your items, we are going to go into a blank page.
Okay.
So take a look at how we're going to do it, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to get into it. So we are going to start
Mhm.
with the eyes. So I always start from the top to the bottom. So we're going to start with the eyes and then go to the lip. So what you're going to do is take your lighter purple marker, whichever one that is for you.
Okay.
And so you're actually going to color the full iris or whatever we're calling this piece that's white. So you're going to color in the whole thing. And you can do both eyes. So this is going to be the lighter of your purples that you use. Once you color in the eyes, you're going to go in with your darker marker. So your darkest marker, which for me is my Tombow. This is my deepest purple. I'm going to go in with this color. What you're going to do is actually just make a line, just like you did with Stephanie on the lip, like a lip liner. You are going to do the same thing at the um, outer part of the eye. You're just making a line. So you're just making that piece deeper. And then you can stop there.
Okay, so that right, I'm confused. Okay,
Okay.
okay, okay. Oh, not no more though. I see what you're doing. Okay,
Okay.
okay,
So we're if anybody just joined, what you're doing is you're going to take from your three markers that you chose. So you have a darkest, a mid, and a lightest. You're going to take that lightest purple and color the entire center of the eye on both sides. Then you're going to take your deepest purple and you're just going to make a line right around that light purple. From there, you're going to go in with your colored pencils. So you're actually going to go in. So let me put them back in order. I'm so sorry. Okay. So you're actually going to go. So you have your deepest, your warmest, then your technically your lightest, and then your lightest color. So your warmest color is what you're actually going to blend with. So from here, you're going to take that warm color. And from the outer part of the eye where you have the deepest color, you're going to start shading from the darkest color into the lighter color. And once you start, it does not look like your color is actually being applied, but I promise it's coming out.
And which color was that, Ebony? I missed it.
This is the medium color. So for
Medium.
me, this is orchid.
Okay.
okay.
Same. Okay.
So from the darkest part of the eye, and you're just coloring up. You're not coloring the entire part of the eye, just where you made that line to
Okay.
darken it a little bit.
Okay, I see you doing it now, so I get it. Okay.
So you're just darkening right around where that liner was at. So you have enough saturation of color and you're good with it.
Ooh, ooh.
Then you can stop. Then your lightest color with your colored pencil,
Uh-huh.
you're going to grab that. And the closest part to the, I don't know the parts of the eye, but the closest
Pupil.
part to the white of your eye is
The
where you're
white
going
or
to,
the black?
the white.
Uh-huh.
So you have your deepest color here, your medium
Uh-huh.
color is right around here, and then
Uh-huh.
this color, your lightest color is going to go right around this black part of the eye,
The pupil.
the pupil. Okay. So you're going
Okay,
to
I was like,
color the
Oh,
lightest color
around the
closest to the
people.
pupil so you get an ombre effect with the eye.
ooh,
We love
I
our
like
ombre.
it. I
Okay.
like it. I like it.
On mouth.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this
Y'all
gives you
gonna
a little
have
bit
me
of
actually
depth.
comfortable doing eyes, man.
See? It's not
Mm-hmm.
bad.
I said there
Nobody
is no
tell
way I
us
can do an eye.
nothing. Okay, so let me get my middle.
And you can always go darker with the darkest color. If you feel like it's not dark enough, you can always go back.
So you can really be like out of space with this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Woo woo.
Mm-hmm.
You can make it so super cute. So once you have it, the color that you like. So if you, let me see if I can bring it a little closer so you can see. but her eyes are ombreed out from lightest to darkest.
Mm-hmm.
All right. From there,
Excuse me.
you're going to grab your white pen or however you would like to add your highlight. I'm going to show you how to highlight the eyeball portion. So don't be scared. Everybody has a little twinkle in your eye. The way that I do it is think of an exclamation point. That makes it easy. You just follow the curve of the eye. So we're going to look at this eye here. So the outside curve, which is where your darkest color should be, is where you're going to draw your line and then a dot. So you just
Hmm.
draw a line
Okay, we
and
waiting
a
for
dot. Just a line and a dot.
I'm waiting to see it.
I did it. It's
Okay.
coming.
Okay. The delay be having me messed up. Okay.
I know. I did it. Can you see it?
Yes. Huh. Who knew?
And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side, just a line and a dot. And it gives the illusion of a twinkle in the eye.
Hey.
All righty.
All right.
Yeah, so that's how I
Y'all heard
did
me.
my eyeballs. Yeah.
All
So
right.
then for your so actually let me go back to this is our original. So she has a little bit of eyeshadow going on here. So I'm going to show you what we did. It's pretty much the same effect that you just did. So
Mm-hmm.
think of the eyeball in threes. So you're going to starting from the center of the iris, if that's what we're talking about, you're going to divide the eye into three. So 1, 2, and 3. So the way that you're going to color your eyeshadow, which is the part that goes right above the lash line, we're only focused right above the lash line, is you're going to go from the inner corner lightest to medium to darkest.
That sounds like how you supposed to do it for real, huh?
I would like to think so.
I don't know.
Me either.
I,
So
okay.
And
hopefully
this
I'm
is with
back in
marker
focus.
or
Yes, I
pencil.
am back with marker. So we're with the
Okay.
lightest marker.
Mm-hmm.
And so again, you're going to pretend that you divided the eye into three sections. So from where that line is on your drawing, on your picture, you're going to color in with the lightest purple. You're going to follow the shape of the eye.
You talking
So as
about
you
the
can see,
eyelid, right?
the eyelid, what's right
Okay.
above the lash line.
Okay. That's where I'm coloring, but then I was like, maybe I'm not in the right spot.
No, you're in the right spot. Then you're going to go in with that second color, the second deepest color, and come right up next to it. Again, remember your eye is cut in thirds.
Okay.
Okay,
Hmm.
so you're right up on top of it. So you should already start to see a gradient effect from the lightest color into the mid shade.
I'm gonna be playing with this all night. Watch.
Hmm.
And then you do the same thing with that third color with the deepest purple. Again, you should start to see a little bit of a gradient effect
Okay.
with that purple.
Not better. Okay.
No, I'll
So
be a
from
monkey uncle.
lightest to middle to darkest, that's what it should be on both eyes.
Okay.
So I'm going to fill in the other eye. Remember
Mhm.
to pretend like your eye is broken up into three sections. That's
Okay.
going to help you to keep it together.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay, so once you have all three colors, sorry, I'm getting to my other eye. Then you're going to take your colored pencils to blend.
Well, dang, my girl is fine.
You
I
better
wish
do
I
it,
looked
Dad.
like
You better
her.
do it.
Yes.
Say, watch me,
So
watch
you're
me.
going to take your lightest colored pencil, whichever one that is,
Okay.
and then you're going to go from the inner corner, so the lightest color, which is closest to the inner corner, and you're going to just color it in and go over that next color just to blend it just a little bit more. So you don't see that line of demarcation from marker to marker.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
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 Okay, good.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. So then what you want to do is we're going to add a little bit of detail for the eye right above where we did the marker. And so that's all with colored pencil. So right above on the actual, so I guess that's the brow bone, that space that's from the lid to your eyebrows. So this space right here is what you're coloring, but you don't want to color the entire thing. We just want an accent of the color. So you're going to go a little bit above where you colored the lighter color, just right above it.
Okay, let's see where you're talking about. Right above.
Can you see it?
Okay. That's with the lightest color
Mm-hmm.
pencil. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Okay.
You're fine. Once you color right above that, you're going to grab your next darkest colored pencil, which should be your mid tone or your medium tone. And you're going to go right over the marker to blend those two colors together. And then you're also going to go right over top that marker with that deeper color. So you're blending the two colors together on the marker and also on the colored pencils.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
perfect. All right. And then take your third deepest color, or your darkest color, and do the same thing. So we're going to go and blend over the marker to make sure there's no line of demarcation. And then right above it is where we're going with the colored pencil.
Okay.
So once you get all the color applied, it should look something like this.
Look, let me look in the camera. Let me look in the camera. See what it look like. Look in the camera. See what it look
I
like.
know.
Turn the
It
But
lights
is.
see,
on.
everybody's eyes look so good. It's a
I
blended
know.
eye. It looks so
Mm-hmm.
beautiful.
Wow.
It
Maybe I
looks
Mm-hmm.
so
won't be
beautiful.
so intimidated.
What I said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somebody give it a little step by step.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what
All
makes
I
right.
it
tell you.
easy is to have some selected colors, like you can use these colors,
Yes.
write them down and use the same ones on your next.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes it
Yeah,
so
yeah, that's what
easy.
I'm gonna do.
So let me
Nope.
ask some questions, okay?
Sure.
Because I might just be a little bit behind.
That's fine.
So with your markers and with your
Yes.
pencils, okay, you had three markers which were like a dark. What at?
Mm-hmm.
What at? I want to say, hold please, hold. I'm a visual person, so
Mm-hmm. I'm putting them in the camera, so hopefully you can see
okay.
them.
So we had a dark. Um, that was a dark. Let me see. Not really isn't from the same family, but I would say that's my mid. Let me just make sure. This is so neat. Jesus, there it is. Boop, boop. And then we had a light. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now with this dark, mid, and light,
Mm-hmm.
what do we do with the darkest first? We went around the eyeball. What do we do?
Yes.
So actually with the lightest color is where you start. You start with the lightest color first with the marker, and you actually color around the eyeball,
The
Okay.
iris.
So we
around the
went the
iris.
lightest marker and the white part that a key hit me in one time. We went around the white part with the
Correct.
lightest marker first. Okay, so
Correct.
then we came in with the darker one or the mid
With the
one.
darkest one. So the
So
next is the
Around the
darkest
eyeball.
color, and you go around the eyeball
so the
Iris.
circle, 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 dot, dot, dot. So we went around the
Yes.
entire circle with the
Mm-hmm.
dark. Okay.
with the
So,
dark. So
Mm-hmm.
only on the edge, you're only creating an outline with the darkest color.
okay, so that's why this one looked crazy because I kind of came in. I thought we had to come in a little bit. Okay.
That's
So
okay.
it's almost like a lot of times most people tell you to go along around it with black, and I'm just kind of so we went around the eyeball basically with one of the color tones that we were using.
Correct.
So look at that.
Correct.
I've never done that before. So if you're doing a brown eye, you can just take your darkest brown and go around the circle instead of using
Correct.
black always. Okay, awesome. So then what do we do? How did the middle one come in?
So the middle is your lightest colored
Middest.
pencil.
Mid. It if you have colored pencil.
So
Remember.
you do the lightest color and marker first,
Okay, wait,
then
wait,
you outline with
wait.
the darkest marker.
Okay,
After
awesome.
you outline with the darkest marker, you're going to blend the dark marker with the lightest color with your lightest colored pencil, which for me is my magenta.
Okay, within the little part that was
Correct. So
right.
it's
Okay,
like it's kind of like the center part, not the very tip top, not the very middle, and not the end, but like kind of right in the middle. That's how you create that ombre effect where you have the darkest color on the outside and the lightest color at the top.
okay. So let me take this question from Brittany Daniels. Excellent
Hmm.
question. She says, "How would this apply if you decide to color above the eyelid using alcohol markers, which is a water-based ink suspended in at least rubbing alcohol, if I stand to correct? Using this beginner's method to make it look like she's wearing lash eyeshadow. I love it. Um, so okay, above the what? Now help me out. Above the what she say? Above the eyelid. Okay, so
Using
like this part right above the eyelid, like
No,
right
above,
under.
under the brow.
Under the
Yes,
Oh,
brow
under
so
the
bone.
you
brow
took.
bone. So I'm
Okay,
not using any color under the brow bone right now because I wanted to really just stick to the purples. For me, if I were going to add any colors under the brow bone, it would be highlighter colors like a golden color or a peachy color, something that's more warm to the skin. But that's also based on what color you use for the skin. But I personally
oh,
don't color the entire eye and the space that's underneath the brow bone because I sometimes I want to see some skin. I don't necessarily want it to be a full color from top to bottom, but that's a personal preference.
okay. Okay, so
So
like this part right here, it's so funny because if I go back and I ever do so, I always use like a lighter, like a really, really light shade or of the color. Or like you said, I use like a skin tone color, but it's like a lighter shade of the skin tone color. Okay,
Mhm.
awesome. Okay, so let me okay, so right in the middle was the lightest color, which would have gave me the ombre. Now, when we were talking about the eyelid,
Mhm.
so is it like to the corner of the eye, like that's closest to the nose? Does the darker color go here or does the lighter color? How did you
So
went from
you
dark to
start
light?
with your markers.
Uh-huh.
And so you always start at the inner corner. So
Okay.
you're starting towards the nose and you go outwards. So you start with your lighter color and marker,
Hmm.
then you go with your second color, and then you go with your third. This is when you divide the eye into three sections. That's going to determine where you place your color. So if you divide it one here,
Mhm.
and then one here. Then at each point is where you would start your color. So you start from lightest, mid to dark, and that's all in markers.
Okay, so
Okay.
and I'm
Okay.
talking. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay,
Ebony,
go ahead.
I'm gonna interrupt you. You keep saying markers. Some people only have pencils. So whatever your color is, whatever your medium is, it's light, medium, dark. It doesn't have to
Yes.
be markers.
Well, she asked me what I did, so that's the only reason I
I
said
Yeah.
know,
markers.
but
But
I'm
you're just
saying
doing from
other
lightest to
people,
darkest.
right?
Awesome.
Other people are following, so
Okay.
it's
Okay, so let
it
me
could be
ask this, and this
pencils.
is just like off the cuff because Ebony, I know you know how to do makeup. So, and y'all forgive me. What's an ombre eye? Not an ombre eye, a smoky eye. Smoky. What is a
So
smoky eye?
smoky is actually, so there's actually one more part of this eye that will actually smoke it out so you can
Ooh,
see it. But smoking out the eye just means that you basically are smudging the color that you're actually, so you're muddying the color that you're using. So typically when you're using a color, especially a vibrant color,
uh-huh.
it can be very stark. And so you kind of want to muddy it out, which means you want to blend it out as much as possible so it's not so stark and it
Oh,
looks more blended into the skin. That's all that that means when people are
okay.
talking about blending and things like that. When it comes to doing more of a smoky eye, they typically do it on the top lid and the bottom lid.
Okay,
So
the
you can
top.
actually do the same thing on your picture. Take the darkest color that you have
Mm-hmm.
and you just go the darkest color of the purples that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're just going to go right along the bottom lash line. You're coloring very lightly
Mm-hmm.
to give it a light effect, but you still want to see it.
Are you going to do it?
I'm doing it right now, but I don't think you can
Okay.
see it yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to ask that because it just kind of popped
Of
in my
course.
head, and I heard people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna do it." Of course, they were talking about their face, and I was like, "Mm, a smoky eye. What's that?" I was quiet, because I don't.
Yeah, and so you can always, with any colors that you use, you can always blend them out. So if we're going for more of a purpley color, I use the midnight blue, and then I'm excuse me, with the
Mhm.
orchid, which is my
Okay,
medium color. And this is what you call smudging the lash line.
okay,
So it's
okay,
not like it's not a stark line. It's more muddied, if that makes sense. I know that's kind of a weird way to say it, but that's the best way I can explain it.
but I'm thinking because this picture right here, because it's so dark, right? It's so dark. This probably wouldn't be a good picture to really show that on because it's already so dark, probably, huh?
No, no, no. You can still see it.
Okay,
You can still see it.
let's wonder. Okay,
So
I'm sorry.
when you're dealing with like colored pages like this one that has dark eyelashes or dark something that's underneath the eye. So
Mhm.
for instance, this outer corner at the bottom lower lash line, it has like a lot of black for the lashes, right? So you're actually going to come right out in front of it so you can actually see the color.
Oh, okay, okay.
So the black is here. So if I were to add this color right onto the lash line, you would never see it because of how dark it is. So I just come a little bit in front of the lashes so that
Ah,
you can see the color and it still gives you that smudged effect. So it
okay.
doesn't matter how dark it is. Just like the top, if I were to come right where the dark color is supposed to be, you wouldn't see it. So I come on top, and that's how I still give you the illusion that you can still see the color even though the lashes are dark.
Kind of like just in front of it.
Yep.
All right, awesome. Okay, so we have another comment. Brittany says, I don't wear makeup on my face because even though I have a my chronic, and I'm sorry I can't pronounce that word, on my face, well controlled after using two over-the-counter skincare products from one company that makes. That's awesome over the counter though. It's so funny because I watch makeup tutorial videos so I can color faces. I don't. The only thing that I wear is like some little lashes and That's pretty much it. Because I'm gonna start sweating, and I don't like to sweat. So yeah, all my makeup tutorial, all this is helping me color better. Okay, awesome. Ebony, I'm sorry I interrupted you. Continue.
No,
Where
you're
you were.
fine. So that is all I do to smoke out the under eye. So it gives you the illusion that there's some makeup happening here.
Uh-huh.
And it all just kind of blends together. But again, you can always go in with any color to blend it out and soften it out if you would like it to be a little
Ooh.
softer.
Mm,
So
mm,
she
mm.
has a little, she has a little cat eye going on here and then a little smudged under eye
What I'm talking
just to
about.
give her the illusion here. And then you literally just copy the same thing with the lips. So for the lips, you're going to go in with your deepest color.
Okay.
So whatever your darkest purple is, you're going to follow the line of the actual picture. I do a pretty thin line to start because if you do go too heavy, you cannot fix it.
Okay, because you're doing it with the.
Marker.
Okay, let me use a pencil because I make mistakes.
You're fine.
Let me not be too. Let me. Okay. Okay.
You
So
are
you just
fine. So the
copy.
darkest color first, you're going to outline just the outside of the lips, lightly, not too dark. And then you're going to take your lighter color.
Mhm.
I'm using my marker right now, but you can use whatever lighter color you have. And then you're going to color the inside of the lip. So inside of the liner that you just drew, you can color the entire lip.
Okay. All right. So let me just focus on the top one. Okay. Did you do in the middle? Okay. No, you just did the outside, the total outside. Okay.
Just the total outside.
Okay.
And this is where there's a few different methods to do an ombre lip. So Stephanie showed you one way, and the way I do it is a little bit different, but you do get a very similar look.
Okay.
So once you color the entire lip
Okay.
with your lightest color is in the center. So you should have a darkened outer lip and then a lighter center.
Okay.
So from there, you're going to take your darkest color. For this, I am using colored pencils. So I do start with marker and then I do blend with a colored pencil. So however you would like to blend, if you're using colored pencils, you use that the entire time. The easiest way for me to blend is I go over the marker with the colored pencil and then I just go up just a little bit. This is how you create that darkened effect.
Let me see.
So you're going over the marker with your colored pencil. This is your darkest one.
Mhm.
So this should match the color that you use to line the lip.
I don't know. I learned about some ombre lips. I'm gonna have to
Mhm.
incorporate that. I'm gonna have to have a notebook of lip and eyes, like a catalog. So then when I color a
Mhm.
face, I'll just go to my catalog and be like, boop, boop, boop. Okay, I'll use these colors. So I'm not
Mm-hmm.
always reinventing the wheel like I'm doing right now.
This is true.
So,
I'm
are you doing the whole lip again?
Yes.
Okay,
So you're
I
going
like
all the
that
way
one.
around. So one way, not sure how well you can see it, but one way to create depth with the lips is when you go to the corners of the mouth, think of a V. So you have one line that goes this way and one line that goes this way. So you create your V like this. Okay. And so in the corner, you're going to color in a V. This is going to create a depth around the lip, which is going to make it seem like it's curved instead of it being straight. I am showing, but you might have to hold on one second.
Hmm.
All right, we want
All
depth.
right
We
now.
want our lips to be popping.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at it now, it looks like the corners of the lips kind of come in a little bit versus just being flat on the page. So when you're in the corners, I'm just showing it again. I'm not sure if it's showing on camera, but you're going to start at the top, you go in the middle and then go down. You're just going in a V. And that's going to create some depth around the corners of the mouth.
I had to go pull another marker. Okay. Let me look. Let me look. Very nice. Okay, so let me read. Brittany has some good stuff. Skincare products to
Sure.
help this and was expensive for me to buy. I don't want my skin on my face to end up having the white flecks and that itch that comes. Let me tell you something. I have eczema. I don't know if anybody's ever experienced eczema, but
Yes.
man, I totally can sympathize with you, Brittany. I have it like on my arm though. It says experience in wearing any types of eyeshadow, doing any techniques. Plus, since I have been okay. Um, I normally do the makeup again, the tutorials for coloring purposes because I be like trying to get out the house and my skills are weak. Okay.
Mhm.
So,
Okay, go ahead. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so we
oh, I'm
did.
sorry. I'm sorry. Was that it or there was I'm sorry.
I was just reading what. Okay, so this outside lip is darker. I need a darker pencil. But continue.
Okay. So then with your lighter colored pencil or your lightest marker, you're going to come in and you're coloring on top of the darkest purple that you just colored. This is going to create that ombre look that you're going for. So you want the inner parts to be light and the outer parts to be darker.
Oh, oops.
I mean, that's fine.
Okay, repeat that again because I'm like, okay, what? Okay, let me see. I had it
Okay,
already in my
so
head.
with your lightest colored pencil or your lightest tool, you're
Mm-hmm.
going to come right back on top of that darker pencil that you just colored. That's what gives it the ombre effect. You're just going to keep coloring on top of that deepest purple so that it blends in and doesn't look like a line and then another line with a lighter color in the center. So this ombre has both lips having some lightness and darkness.
Okay.
So there's different ways to do ombre. It's not only one way. So
Okay.
once you color the center part, the lighter color, then once you have your lips looking the way that you want them to,
Okay.
you're going to grab your white pen. So where we made those lines on the eyes, that same pen we're going to use for the lips. Once you have your lips the way you like them,
Okay.
so there's no rhyme or reason. You just kind of make lines and squiggles as you see fit. But when the face is looking straight on, remember that most of the gloss is going to be towards the center of the lip. That's where the majority of the gloss will be. So you'll have some on the side. Again, remember your exclamation point around your lips. Well, if my pen would work. Oops. So I just drew an exclamation point on one side. I did two dots on another, and then we're just gonna do a little squiggly.
Now, see, I would have never, when I've seen your pictures before, I would have never thought that was like, it didn't. That is an exclamation mark. Now that you say it, but before I would
Mm-hmm.
have been like, ah, what is that? Okay,
Yep, just an exclamation point.
I'll be.
Mhm.
love it, love it. Okay.
And there she is.
Nice. My favorite color,
Yes, my
Mhm.
favorite too.
Yay.
I love it. I love it.
Clunk.
Is
I
See?
finally hit my head on the cameras, Crystal.
Yay! 'Cause I'll be
Oh
busting them
my
out all the time.
goodness.
Because she always like, well, I'm too short for that. I'm like, well, the tall people be having problems. Okay, you got the experience of living my life for a little bit.
Bink.
Okay, so
All right.
exclamation mark and then that. Okay, I
I
definitely got
love it.
to look at some more. Okay, I gotta blend
See?
mine out, but okay, we rolling with Kid and Play. We rolling, we rolling. All right, Deb, you on deck?
All right. So I have so many samples to show you first.
Okay, awesome. Samples are good. Examples are good.
Okay. So I started out, I wanted to do red violet.
Okay,
That was my color I chose before I could do anything else. So I wanted to try pastels. I was going to do red and violet. I even took notes. And then I burnished it with the tool. So I thought the lips would be the easier part. So I
okay,
started with my lips.
all right.
I have to wait for the things to pop up on the screen too. So I will wait till the purple girls are gone.
So I'm getting out my pencils for yours, Deb. So what do you
Yeah,
say?
me too.
Look, and I'm still working on my purple because I'm trying to remember what that but I'm listening. I'm listening. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So I literally started with pastels, the soft chalk like pastels. So I
Okay.
use
Mm-hmm.
red and violet. I
Red
put
and
red
violet.
first and then the purple over it. And then I burnished it with my silicone tool. And
Oh,
that didn't work out so well. So this is her. And then I used my electric eraser to get rid of some. Didn't work. I didn't like it. That's not the second girl. Then this is the second girl. I did the same thing.
Okay.
I didn't like it. Then this was the third girl. She looks like she has a rash on her lips. But she at least, the red and purple came out okay on the lips, but not the way I wanted it. So then I did her eyes. I just took some of the pastel from her lips and did the eyes. And I was like, that's the exact color I was trying to get. I don't know how it wouldn't do it on the lips, but it got to the eyes. And I said, that's the way I wanted it. So before I made her eyes a little browner, I
Uh-huh.
said I was going to do the iris the same color. And this is her. And she looked like she had pink eye. And I said, I cannot give her pink eye without knowing that I have some antibiotic ointment for her. So she wasn't the one.
Okay.
So I went through all of that. And then I pulled out some pastel paper
Uh-huh.
and she came out just the way I wanted it. So it'll come up in a moment.
Okay,
hmm.
pastel paper. Hmm.
So I'm trying to capture your look, Deb. So I'm using my pencils and I'm doing her lip all red,
Red, red and a violet.
red
You
and
might have
violet.
a color that's red violet itself.
Okay.
So we're coloring the whole lip.
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't have the skill that Ebony and wait a minute, Stephanie, I didn't even start coloring yet. How you started coloring?
Oh,
That's what
I'm
we
okay.
just
showing you
asked
my
you.
sample lady.
Oh, I was listening to the colors, so I just
Yeah.
pulled out my Prisma Crimson Red.
I
So
was
I
like,
they're
saw.
going through
she
all her.
got red lips. Okay, so this lady came out the way I wanted it to with the color.
Okay.
Oh, it's pretty.
And the eyes even don't look like they have pink eye. So I
Mm.
was quite happy. So I will just put her to the side and then I'll bring out my other lady over here. Let's see, it'll come up.
ready to color, Deb? Well, they were, but yeah.
Jumping done.
So I
Okay.
could not, as a nurse, have somebody with pink eye and put her out there on YouTube. So I was like, nah, that's not gonna
Absolutely
work.
not.
So I'm waiting for my other lady, my blank lady, to come up.
Okay.
She's up.
I see her.
Yeah, she's up.
She's up.
There- look,
I don't,
it's so
I
funny.
don't
We
see.
almost got different time delays or something. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just start since y'all see her. I don't see her on the screen, but I'll start.
Okay.
Okay. Literally, I have a red pastel,
Okay.
and I went over the whole lip.
With the red pastel.
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna
So red,
continue.
whatever your red is,
Okay.
and I didn't do all the stuff that with the ombre and the. I was
Okay. So
just trying to get the
we ain't
colors.
we ain't gonna talk like that. Okay.
Yeah,
You do
I
you
I
do. Yeah.
I'm doing me.
Okay. And
So
I look. Okay.
I
So
was happy to get some color that I liked.
Mm-hmm.
so did you use a pastel pencil, or do you actually have like the little chalks?
I have the pastel chalk, but I bought the pastel pencils and
Okay.
I used those for some part. I don't remember what. But
Okay.
I literally have the red pastel and now I'm going with the purple pastel
Okay.
right over the same red.
Okay. Okay. So I'm completing my red
So I'm
all
actually
over.
using a pastel pencil. So did you apply
Yes.
it lightly?
No, I don't know how to do light, so no. I did a heavy, but I know that in the YouTube streets, they tell you that you're supposed to do everything lightly first.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
However, that's
So
not in
what?
my nature.
I was just wondering about the blender, like blending it,
Yeah,
but I'm gonna be
yeah,
quiet. I'm gonna be
that
quiet.
that's what they say. For
Okay.
real, for real.
I'm gonna be quiet.
And what was your second color, Deb?
Purple.
Purple.
So this
Okay.
is my silicone tipped tool. They're
Okay.
actually nail decorating tools, but
Mm-hmm.
I found out they work so well with pastels to push them into the paper. And I
Mm.
was so excited when I found out.
Okay. And we just putting that right on top.
Yes, and then you're just blending it. You can use the blending stick, you can use a
Mm-hmm.
Q-tip,
Yeah.
you can use your finger.
You can use a
I don't
paper
do the
towel
finger.
with your on your
Yes,
finger.
you can use a rolled paper towel with a point, whatever you have. But this is the color I was trying to go for with the other thing, the other paper. So the best paper for the pastel was the pastel paper. The other ones did not work. I had cardstock, parchment paper, and multimedia paper. And
Mm.
those didn't work, but the pastel paper worked and blended my color just the way I wanted it.
Mm.
And they're dusty, so you have to know that you're gonna have some dust. So I literally blow it off.
Yeah. And I have my little brush.
Hmm. But if you brush with with the pastels, you're gonna brush it and mess it up.
Oh.
Which you get a little bit of train of the color on it
Mm-hmm.
too, but I just cover that after with the brown or whatever color her skin is gonna be.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
Okay. So that was her mouth. And
Like it.
then um I'll do some outlining in a minute. So let's go to her eyelid, the lower part of her eyelid. Again, I did the same thing, put the red.
Ah, I like that color.
I know,
Mm-hmm.
man. I was like, oh yeah.
It's so
And then I
pretty.
put the purple over it.
Okay.
Blue.
So Crystal is a Crayola
Head.
guru.
Oh shoot.
What happened?
So do
I,
you remember in
Hmm.
your 64 pack of Crayolas, they had violet red and red violet?
yep.
That was my color from childhood.
Are you
So,
serious?
yes, I love those two. Why they were a little bit different, I don't know. I even tried to look it up online, but it didn't tell me. But I said, Crystal said, "What color do I want to use?" And I didn't know. And I said, "I'm going to use red violet."
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I said, "Look at Crayola making me have the flashback."
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Literally, I'm going from the corner of her eye on the lower lid and doing the same thing with the red and purple.
Okay. Well, I messed up because I did her iris.
Don't worry, because I did the same thing. So save it. Don't mess it up.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and I'm burnishing her eyelid.
Lid. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. She look like she got pink eye bad. Conjunctivitis. She needs some. What's that stuff you put when you have pink?
Yeah, I literally
Erythromycin drops, uh, amoxicillin drops,
There
all
you
of
go.
those.
mm,
Okay, my girl is like she going to some kind of parade because I mix I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. Okay, there you
So
go.
I'm gonna skip the upper eyelid because that's basically the same thing.
Okay.
But I
mhm.
took my a black pencil.
Okay.
This was a watercolor, I think, but I had another one. I
Uh-huh.
had a charcoal pencil at one point, but I don't know where it went to. So I took her eyelashes and I made them come back.
Ooh,
And I
okay.
just went
Okay.
over it
Over 'em. Okay.
where the eyelashes are on her eye. So then it looks like she has some real eyes. And I
Mhm.
was like, oh, look at that. Who
Mhm.
knew?
They came back.
So, so I brought them back and I
Okay.
was excited.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, same thing on the other
Yeah.
eye.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks better.
Yeah. And then, since I went over a little bit on the eyelid, I took the same black, but I did it really lightly
Mm-hmm.
on the eyelid so that it looks like she doesn't have a weird eye issue. And then I said, huh, I think I did a different color for her lip. Yes, I did. The outline of her lip,
Uh-huh.
this is a burnt sienna. And I
Ooh.
just did the outline of her lip
Burnt
just so
sienna.
well, this was the one of the colors I just grabbed, but it's probably not the one I really used. Oh, maybe I used the deep mauve because it looks like you can't even see it.
Hmm.
Oh, when you outlined her lip.
Yes.
Okay.
So just so she had more definition on her lip,
Okay.
because with the pastels you kind of lose a lot of definition.
Because the chalkiness, so you gotta like write it back in.
Yes.
Okay. That's what I'm seeing
Yes.
right now.
So I tried to bring her lips back, and the same with her the middle of her lip.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And for her teeth, I had a soft beige. Her teeth weren't white.
You gave her beige teeth? Oh my God.
But you know what? Teeth are not really
White, yeah.
teeth
That's
are
why they end
not
up looking
really
like
white.
chiclets. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I forgot about her iris again, Stephanie. So I
Yes,
did
please.
I did her red eyes.
You did do red on the iris?
Uh-huh. Yep, I did
Oh,
red.
okay. Let me
But I
go
did
on
it
in.
softer. I did it
Okay.
softer on her eyes.
Okay.
And then I took my little purple.
Y'all, why my camera looking at the ceiling, dancing on the ceiling?
Whoa, dancing on the ceiling.
Okay. Why I do that? Really, camera? Why you want to play me like that?
Okay.
Well, light does look better.
Yeah.
Okay. Light and then
So now this lady looks pink-eyed. My other
mix
lady
that
has
with.
softer irises, which is better. So technically, you can take a paper towel or burnishing tool. Oh, let me take a burnishing tool. This is right here, and take off some of the color.
Okay. I'm liking that.
Hmm.
Okay, my lady got two-tone lips because I didn't use that paper, so it didn't blend. But we gonna go with it. We gonna go
Yeah,
with it.
that was a thing with the different types of paper. So now this one has some pink eyes. So then I came back in with some brown and I went over the other eye so that she didn't look like she was sick.
You know you funny, right?
Yep. And
Okay.
then
And then,
for my highlight on the lip, I was so excited because I got it, but I literally just went across her lip with the same beige
mm-hmm,
and made it a little bit light.
yeah,
And then on the top, I kind of squiggled it in. Same on the bottom.
Hmm.
Can you see it?
almost up.
Not
Let's see.
yet.
It's coming. All right, so we gonna my lady gonna be two-tone lip.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do a red violet though, but okay.
Her eyes turned out nice. I wouldn't have thought that red and violet would have made.
It's actually really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
then
no, so
for
go
the
ahead.
eyebrow, under the eyebrow, I just kind of did a little bit lighter from the corner and did the dark on the end.
Okay.
So again, my thing is I have some trepidations about doing faces, but now I feel so much better after my lesson with Ebony and Stephanie so far.
Awesome. And see, and
Yay.
that's what it's
Nice.
about. That's what it's about. Because a lot of time, you just need to see how other people, other people do it, and you're like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's how they accomplish that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, awesome sauce. Okay, and I'm way behind, but I'm gonna catch up though. So, are we ready?
Yes.
Are we
Mm-hmm.
ready? All right. So, as we prepare for the last eye lip combination of the night in the Foxy Den, all right, we're gonna go downtown Julie Brown. So get out
Woo
your
woo.
brown. Downtown Julie Brown. You're gonna need your darkest brown color. All right. You're also gonna need a black. Now, whatever you choose to use on you, it's on you, boo. You can use a marker, colored pencil, whatever floats your boat. So we need that darkest brown. Then we need a black. And then we need kind of like a like a orange color. All right.
Darkest brown, black, and orange.
And in this instance, okay, with this brown, this is like yo, I'm about to go to the grocery store and look, and all the single ladies, where you at? You know what I'm saying? And when you go to the grocery store, your boo might be there, so you got to make sure that you're looking somewhat put together. But it's really simple to do. Yeah, it's really simple. Okay. So this is part of it. I kind of messed up her top lip, but we're gonna recover. We're gonna recover. And I only did one of her eyes. All right. But let me grab a clean sheet. And again, you need a dark brown.
Uh huh.
I'm going to be using my Statler pencils tonight because they have an awesome, the point is so awesome on these. And then I have these Una Pasca pencils. Shout out to Evelyn Color. She gave me these as a gift. This is like a mid-tone brown in the middle, Moni in the middle. Where you at? I'm in the middle. Then, and then let me find that oranges. Here we go. Here we go. That orangish brown. And then black is black. But let me give you a little demo of the colors just so you can kind of see them. Now, sometimes I like to make it like an orangish, brownish look or like a yellow. So wherever I have this orange brown, and if you are a Prismacolor head, that would be like a sienna, okay? But if
Okay.
not, you just
Let
I
me
want you to
find my
see
sienna.
this. So pretty.
Sienna.
Let me go down. Let me go down. You to see that.
Hmm.
So this is it in the Uniposca pencil. I love these pencils. The color goes down smooth, but it don't break. Take note, Prisma. Take note. You're about to be replaced. You're not irreplaceable. Listen to that song from Beyonce. So this right here is the color right here that's gonna make it happen. Okay. Just wanted y'all to see that. So then I have a dark brown. This brown right here, this is a stapler pencil. It's almost, this is what I would call a sepia. A sepia.
Oh, that's a Faber Castell color. Let me get those out.
This is a sepia. Okay. So it's like
Sepia.
a brown, but it's like almost like a brown black sepia. I want you to see it. All right. Then, just brown. All right. So I think we might be ready to rock and what? Roll. Okay. So let's get our pretty lady at. Where is she? Where are you? Where's out, pretty lady? We're gonna use colored pencil for this the whole way through.
Alrighty.
We're gonna take it back to our roots. Yes, we're gonna take it back to our roots. So we're gonna start with the eyes. I always start with the left eye. All right, eyes right, eyes left. So we're gonna take our black. Okay, so find your black. And I am using a Crayola black because we all know how
Mm-hmm.
I feel about Crayola. And just let's say if you're looking at the entire circle, I'm going to talk in shapes. Let's talk in shapes. Okay, so when you're looking at your eye on your page, it's like the whole circle. Okay, you got the whole world in his hand. It's the whole circle. So now we're going to go to the right and left and right, but we're not going to go over this highlight. And we are going to just on the inside where this dark black color is, okay, we're just going to put some emphasis. We're just going to make it darker. We're not
Okay.
going to go all the way around the circle yet. We're just going to focus on the top right, top right, top right, top right. All right. So again, we haven't gone around the circle. We're on the inside of the circle and we are on the top right. Now, as my picture shows, she has like a little highlight here. So we don't want to go over that, but we do want to color in all the darkness to the left. Have we hit the pupil yet? No, we have not. We have not hit that black circle in the middle yet. We have not done that. We have not. All right. So now we're going to do something what I call, I've been around the world, and guess what? I found my baby, all right? But we're going to take
In
that
the
black,
world, the world, world. Mm-hmm.
yeah, and we're going to go around outside, the entire outside of the circle in black. We are, all right? And I'm just going to do one eye. Eyes right, eyes left. One eye. All right. So now we are going to take our sepia, our darkest brown that we have, the darkest brown that you have. And right where we did that black, we're going to come down just a little bit. We're still in the inside. We have not colored the pupil yet. We have not. But we are in the inside of the circle. We are. And we are going to go over. Now, on my picture, it has like a little highlight, but we're just going to color right over that. And we are going to bring that brown color down. We're not going to come to the center. But let's just say, what do I call this, 1/4 of the way down?
The Cephia, okay.
With the darkest, okay? So let me hold right there. Hold right there. And we're just gonna focus on one eye. So I want y'all to get this is that quick look when you about to go to Publix. You know, Publix got them high groceries, so you're gonna be the baller if you go to Publix. I don't know who you're gonna be if you go to Walmart, but if you need to save some money, you better go to Walmart. Make it happen. All right. So now we're going to the other side of this circle eye with our sepia, and we're coloring it in really dark, really dark. But we're not coming all the way down to the center. We're not. We're just coming 1/4 of the way down. We are. All right. Cool. So now we're going to take that awesome color, that sepia, that orange. You can do like an orange. I'm gonna make it fun. I'm just gonna lay down not an orange. That's a yellow. You could lay down a light color of yellow or orange first. Just lay it down really lightly. And then you're going to go in. Let me use my stapler with this nice point.
Wait, Crystal, just to clarify, you just went in with Cephia on one side of the eye?
Yeah. So on the left and then on the right, you want to go in
Okay.
with sepia. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to go in the middle. You want to leave that middle free. I see a little cleanup on aisle 5 right here. All right, awesome. So right now your eye is like if you have a tire circle, like the little middle part of the circle, the part that is closest to
Oh.
your bottom lashes, okay, that is where your light colors are going to go. That's where the light colors go. All right. So I just threw down a little yellow because you might want it to have like a little golden hue. Okay. Or you could throw down a little orange. Okay. But I just threw down just a little bit of yellow, just a dab will do, just a dab will do. But then we're going to go in lightly with, I call it because it just looks like sienna, burnt sienna, I think it is.
Hmm.
And right now it looks
Okay.
very segmented. Okay, it looks very segmented, and that's fine. Okay, each color area has like that line of demarcation that you really don't want in the end, but right now it's okay. All right now it's okay. All right, because we're creating the underlying hue for the brown, the underlying hue for the brown that's going to come next. Okay, it's kind of like when you see somebody, you think they have like dark brown eyes, and then they hit you with that look. Wait a minute, I think I saw a reflection hit it, and it might be a little bit light. Okay, and I'm just gonna apply just a little bit or yellow. So now take your brown, just your regular brown, okay? And you're going to build on top of where you just laid that sienna, okay? Going back and forth, just laying a little bit of color. You don't, you know, move your hand back on your pencil some, just so you don't elbow grease it in, but just a little bit. Going back and forth, back and forth. Okay, so we still see that line of, like it's a low demarcation. So now this is what I do, like to blend it out. This is when you start blending it out. You go to where that sepia is, and you just kind of go over and over and over it again with your brown to try to blend it out so you don't see that separation in that line. So you might, or most of the times, I have to keep interchanging my pencils. I'll have my brown. Then I will take my sienna so that I can blend that out, blend it out, blend it out. And see, you no longer see that, like it's not as harsh. So then also, where's your dark, that sepia? You need to get that too. Where did I put it? Jesus, here it is right here. All right. Just to remember the area that you went over before and just to bring it back down. So you can blend it out. So right now you're just blending it out. You really want that middle part to stay really light, but you want to work on blending out where those light colors and that dark color meet.
Yes,
So the
ma'am.
same thing you do on
Wow.
one side, you do it on the other side. All right. So
Very
remember,
pretty.
yeah, you take your regular brown, just a regular brown, and you just kind of like try to blend in that sepia with that sienna color that's already there to get rid of that line.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, I think it's looking good. I think it's coming together. So now it's at this point. Okay, wait a minute. Where's the here it is. I see a little bit of yellow poking through, but you still want it to be like kind of deep and reflective. I think I used a pencil that don't play well with other pencils, but that's okay. We'll talk to it later. So now this is when you want to go in with your black and make that pupil, okay? The actual center. Go down and pick up a blue. Don't do that. Don't do it. Black. And make it darker. A lot of times I like to use like a marker because that'll really make it darker. So it really pops against this, like, especially like in the center. Make it really dark. Guys, and that is how I do a brown eye. That's it.
That's a pretty brown.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome sauce. Okay. So we just, I just did the one. We're going,
That looks so good.
yeah, you can do it to the other
Mm-hmm.
one later.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now we're going to move on to the lips. I didn't do anything to the lids or anything like that. It's going to focus on the eye. And you about to go to the grocery store. You ain't doing all that. So, I mean, you could, but. All right. So now with our lips, okay? Let me make sure the lips are in frame. They are. They are. Awesome sauce. So we are going to get our sepia, and we're
Okay.
going to go around the outside of the lips. We're going to line our lips. I don't know if you grew up in the era where I think they still do. They put the black on the outside and then the red in the middle. Well, this is the darker color on the outside of the lips.
So
So
like a lip liner.
yes, the lip liner. Yes.
But not the black.
No, the sepia.
Jeff,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So just going around them, going around. All right. I put these lips. I think I enhanced this a bit too much. And this is a very simple lip, but it's gonna make them stop. They're gonna look. They gonna look. They ain't gonna tell you they looking, but they looking. Hello, y'all know what I'm talking about. And now if you go outside the line, don't even worry about it. Now, I like to go like in the middle, like even though on the outside, but like I like to outline what is it, the top lip totally. Okay, and
And
then
we're
I go
still with
around.
the same sepia.
Yep, same sepia, and then coming down. Awesome. Now, if you don't have sepia, I mean, you could use black, but I want to use like different, the deepest brown in my collection. And I love these pencils because you can press down hard and the lead is not going to pop and put your eye out. I just love that. I just love that. All right. So
Now you
now,
doing that on the top and the bottom, or
and the like the entire every everything is outlined. The only thing like you're just gonna have the middle of
okay?
the lips. Yeah. Everything is outlined. Everything. All right. So now, let me see. Oh my God. Let me look at her. Okay. So now let's take our brown. Okay. Let's take our brown and let's just fill in, lightly fill it in. Or you're gonna fill it in, but I like to color it light first. But you're gonna fill in that top lip. Fill it in. Okay. Just some brown, and it's just like really. It's so funny because I need to try this with marker. See what it look like. But right now we have our pencils, and we're just filling it in with brown. Really easy. And mind you, you can do this with a blue, you can do it with a green, but we just so happen to be doing it with a brown. Okay. And apply pressure. Apply pressure. Now, somewhere in between, like you're coloring, I want you to grab that sienna brown, all right, and just kind of put some of the color in the middle, okay? A little bit of the color in the middle, and then just grab your brown again. And I just want you to keep coloring until you basically like there's no white showing. That's why I'm saying it probably would have been easier to start with a marker, but I didn't even think about using markers on the lips until I saw this tonight. But I bet you I will next time. All right, so we're burnishing it because we want it to look like a deep brown. And we're only working on the top lip, only the top lip. Okay. Deb, this is great for you because you can press as hard as you want because you want to cover up. All right. Oh God, I went outside the line. Okay, now just before you cover up all of the white, that's when I want you to go in on the top lip only and use that sepia to burnish it out. Sorry, I went outside the line. I had to use my eraser. All right, so this lip is going to be looking really dark. Color, color, color. Let me see what it look like. Woo, okay. All right, so just trying to make sure I don't have any white showing on the top of the lip. Because we want this top part of the lip, even though it's brown, this is going to be supposed to be just like a little bit of a darker brown. But I might have put too much color on it. Okay. Now I want you just to take the bottom lip and I want you to blend it out using your sepia and your brown. But of course, you start with your brown first these lips are looking, they're supposed to look like a dark brown because what's going to bling them out or what's going to make them pop is that, what Ebony call it, the exclamation mark period. Is that what you call it? Dot dot or something?
Yep.
Okay.
Exclamation mark. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay. Now I'm going with the sepia. I must have put this on. This paper is poor quality. So just real easy, guys. See, just some brown, some downtown chewy brown. I might get a marker because this is crazy. Oh, hopefully so. Oh, hopefully so. It's so funny because when you start, you're using like colored pencils and everything, but then once you get hit to the game, you're like, oh, I can do that faster. Okay, where? Okay,
So you said brown and then sepia on top.
yeah. So I found a delicious alcohol marker. Okay, so I'm gonna, because you're wanting the lip on the bottom to be a little bit darker, and this might not be dark enough. So y'all done got me spoiled now. I'm like, I'm about to use a marker. All right. Just keep coloring. Now, any other time, I've been pulled out a dang something that's almost black. There we go, baby girl. Okay. Now, I have cheated the game. I have found a darker alcohol marker. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we can I mean, because basically you're just trying to color in the lip a little bit darker, or even if they were the same color, that would still be fine. You know what I mean? So once you get this lip, okay, all burnished in, I want you to do the highlight of your choice, okay? The highlight of your choice. The whole thing is that it's a deep dark lip, and the butter is when you, now on this one I made this one dark and this one lighter, but it's the accent that makes it pop. So let me finish with my colors. But I want you to put in the accent that you are most comfortable with. So this looks really good when you use a very, like a dark blue or even like a light blue. But when the lip is just that solid color, and then you come in with that perfect, you know, accent on them to make them shine, it looks absolutely amazing. And this is just a quick and simple way to color a version of brown eyes and brown lips.
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da!
Very nice.
I like it.
Me too, Tasha.
And again, if you want it, you can do like a brown red, a brown orange, a brown yellow. You can add those different tones, especially like to the eye, like that eye color. Remember the base that we placed on it in the center? That's where the magic happens. And then with the lips, just go around it again with your sepia to tighten up the lip liner, and then add your accent. Okay, my lip is looking crazy.
Mine too, Crystal.
But not because I added marker and colored pencil, so I probably need to go over it again with colored pencil. See, the camera don't lie. Let me look in the camera. Oh, everybody's lips look delicious. They look chocolate. Reminds me of Snicker bars. I love it. So add your whatever accents you want to add to it, and that is it. Okay, where's the sepia? Here it is, right here. I gotta smooth mine out. All right, so I hope we are feeling a lot more confident about doing eyes
Mm-hmm.
and lips. I hope we
Yes.
are and different,
Mm-hmm.
tips when we are doing these things. I want
Love how he did
to
the eyes. So cool.
and just quick.
She
It's
got
so
little chocolate lips.
don't they look
Hmm.
great? They look good. Just
They
that
look
deep.
really good.
And then when you put that white, that Posca or whatever pen you have on them, that's when the magic happens. I'm all outside the line, Jesus. Well, guys, this was very fun. I can't wait to go practice with all the technical
Yes.
terms of you all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, um, because
Mm,
okay, the one that I have, the lips are a little parted. I like to
mhm.
go in, like with a darker lip liner and kind of emphasize that. And I like that tip that Ebony said about if you just do a V on the side, that's
Mm-hmm.
that was a great tip.
Oh,
Like
thank you.
doesn't look as smoothed out. Let me see. All right. So how's everybody feeling about all the different tips that were shared today? I know I'm feeling good. I can't wait to practice them and create a library of lips and eyes.
Yes.
And I would have
Yes.
never thought about using like a red on an eye. But I bet y'all do it now.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It was actually, it looked really good.
I bet. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Where's my where is it? Where is it? There it is right there.
The eyes have been really beautiful.
Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
like doing the lighter color on the bottom.
Love it.
It looks so good.
Okay, I've got to look at some of your other pictures because I'm still trying to understand the exclamation mark period
Me
part. I'm like,
too.
oh,
Me
I
too.
learned.
I'm gonna have to have her give me a private lesson because I don't know where it goes.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Can
have
you
to.
see it on mine?
Not
I'm not
really.
zoomed in. Yeah, I need to zoom.
I'm scooting it up.
I bring it to the camera. That was nice. Okay,
Is it there yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'm trying to try this new accent. I don't want it to get jacked up though.
I have so many. I'm so excited about trying all the eye things that Stephanie, Ebony, and Crystal did for the eyes.
Oh, y'all about to see ombre every day. Hello, like there she goes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. But this is, I'm so glad we did this because again, when you sit down and somebody actually, explains what they're doing, you're like, oh, okay, I
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
try that.
It makes a lot
I
of
have to
sense.
work on my chocolate lip.
Mm-hmm. And then also what's helpful.
Can you see it
Eye
now,
is
mommy?
a
Oh,
thing.
Ooh, I love it. I love that. Okay, I see it now. Okay, I see it. You did a exclamation mark. I like. Look at the way
Oh,
they shining, y'all. I love it. Yes, come through. That looks amazing. That
and
looks.
then I was going to add just to take the guessing game out of it, you create your combinations.
Yes.
Um, and then you just choose what color hair, what color eyes, what color lips. I just put mine. It's taking a minute to come up. Um, so you don't have to kind of what color I want to use. You already have your markers and your pencils.
Yes.
Like this is faces for me.
Uh huh.
So it's just different face tones, colors for the face.
Mm.
I usually use three markers for the face, or I'm sorry, two markers for the face and two markers for the pencils. But I have
Oh,
what shades I want to use already.
Awesome.
oh, that's cool.
I like
Mhm.
it. And I sure saw that
Mhm.
exclamation mark dot dot. I saw it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, this has been fun
Mhm.
on. I cannot wait to go in and finish some looks and catalog them in a book. Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all something that's really was funny.
Oh, there it is.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I see it. Hmm.
So y'all see how like I'll start with one eye, then I'll move on. Okay. So this is an old picture. Apparently I started with her eye, but then I never finished the eyes. I don't know what happened. I ain't got no eye makeup over here. Yeah, that's funny. So yeah, I might want to like do both eyes, but for this one, yeah. Make sure you finish, y'all. Make sure you finish. Ooh, okay, okay, okay. I'm looking at she added some more some bling. Not bling, but gloss. And see, sometimes I don't know if I'm gonna over gloss it out. Let me try that exclamation mark. Okay, so I did.
So yes, you can't do too much with the addition of gloss, and so it instead of it making it look glossy, it just looks messy. So you it simple. Like I do like 3 or 4 marks on the lid.
Okay, let me stop. Okay, so I did on the side. I put an exclamation mark right there, just so I won't forget.
Hmm.
All right, all right, all right. I love it. I love it. I love it, guys. I do. Okay. All right. So
Wow.
any extra remarks, guys? Thank you so much for being willing just to pick your colors out and just it was a homework assignment, but it was fun. I hope it was a fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
Oh,
fun
yeah.
homework assignment, and I hope people will not be intimidated about doing eyes and lips anymore. I mean, you can go all out with ombre or reds and oranges, or you could just stick with your browns and your blues because this right here will work for any brown, blue, green, same thing,
Hmm.
same thing. So okay, any last words? Any last words? Anything? Okay.
That was
All right, I
awesome.
did want to show my coloring book that came out today. I created it. I actually bound this one. I'm learning how to bind books. But you guys have seen me coloring those fine snow, those fine Santa Clauses, the fine ones. Well, actually,
Hmm.
all in a book. Yes. So Santa Claus in 2025, he actually threw a Christmas party at the North Pole, and he invited all the Santa Clauses from around the world. So this coloring book is just the photo shoot that occurred while they were at the Christmas party. But they said what happens at the Christmas party stays at the Christmas party. So we just have some of the photos. These are just some of the Santa Clauses from around the world. I think he's a nice, handsome, older gentleman. But this dude right here is very nice looking. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. But wanted to make sure we included, Santa Claus is from all over the place. So you'll see them in their portrait shots, and then you'll also get to see them with their boobs, okay? Mrs. Claus might have came to the party. Where's my other one? Here's another one of my favorite. That's for my cousin. She likes they can't have any hair. So I just wanted to say that this is available for sale on Amazon today.
Yay!
Yay.
Yes, it's a North Pole Christmas party, everybody. Yes, Santa's at the party. All right. Ebony, Steph, and Deb, thank you guys so much for stopping by the Foxes. And let me tell you something. I learned so much, and I am definitely going to put it into
Yes.
action. I really am. I
Me
can't wait.
too.
Yeah, send y'all
Mhm.
my photos on what I learned. So, all right,
Hmm.
guys, thank you so much for stopping by the Foxes. Dig, y'all. We went on for a long time. It's like 9:30.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes,
And
but this
it
was
didn't
really
seem
good.
like it.
Not at
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
all.
This
This
was
was
really
my
good.
therapy session.
it
Yes,
is.
that's what
This
I'm
is
talking
Mhm.
about.
good.
All right, guys. Like we always say, y'all need to color skin tones. Don't be scared and keep it foxy. Peace.
Keep it
Peace.
foxy.
Peace.
Yes, bye guys.
Peace.
Bye. Thanks y'all for staying and hanging out with us. Yeah, we did that.
Yes.